Good morning, friends. My name is Piyush Bhatt and welcome to Great Entrepreneurs. 1.1 billion square feet of land, which is more than the total land area of the city of Manhattan. 2.2 million employees, more than $22.5 million of yearly revenue. Yes, friends, I am talking about the world's most prestigious and the world's number one retail chain, WalMart. WalMart was founded by Sam Walton on 2nd July 1962. Sam Walton had a very humble upbringing. His father worked very hard and got very less wages. And he saw that his financial condition was in shatters. His financial conditions was so weak that he used to struggle, his family used to struggle for every dime. And this is with what laid a foundation in his mind that he always valued money in the future as well. Even when in 1985 Forbes list came out and they announced that Sam Walton is the world's richest person, and the media visited to see who is this Sam Walton who was never in the media, and today all of a sudden Forbes declared him the world's richest person. He had very less publicity, so he did very less publicity, so very people didn't knew about him. So when the media visited Sam Walton in his house in Araknas, they found that this man is wearing a ordinary shirt with an ordinary pant and wearing a ball cap on his head, and he is driving a car which has cages behind that car so that he could keep his dogs in them. So all the media reporters were astounded that he had absolutely no publicity. So today I am going to share with you 7 strategies from Walmart. So let's come to the first strategy. The first strategy says that make a proper paper agreement. Just after Sam Walton completed his schooling, he took a Ben Franklin franchisee, and that was a very old franchisee in a small city, and the franchisee was in very bad conditions. It was incurring losses. So when Sam Walton was onboarded as the owner of that franchisee, he saw that there is a lot of scope in this neighboring area. So within 1 year, he made a loss incurring and debt making franchisee which was under debt. He transformed it into $1,000 profit a year. But he made a mistake. He didn't make any agreement with the original owner of the franchisee. So there, what he made this mistake incurred him a lot of a loss of millions of dollars, which he could earn in the future. But he did earn because he learned the lesson from this. Any ordinary person would have seen this, he would have quitted from business and gone to do a job. But Sam Walton didn't. He was not ordinary, and he was determined to make a world's largest retail chain because he had the clarity that he has to go in the retail sector. But what happened was he didn't make the agreement. So as soon as the franchisee turned profitable, the original owners came and told that you go from here, this store is now ours. It was ours, we just gave it to you to run that. Now that it is profitable, you kicked him off of the franchisee, and again he had to start from scratch. So let's come to lesson number 2. The customer will come for the 10% and take the rest 90%. After failing from his first business, after being laid off from his first store, Sam Walton restarted his journey, business journey, and started a Ben Franklin again. He again took a Ben Franklin franchise, and this time he didn't make any mistake in making agreements with the original owner, and he run the store very good. It was profitable, and it was very profitable. So he had done many mistakes, and he also broke many rules. Like one rule was there that a franchisee owner has to take at least 80% of their merchandise from Ben Franklin, but Sam Walton merely took 70%. So here is the reason why he did this, because he got somewhere his one local dealer was there. He always used to search for local dealers who could give him the materials cheaper than Ben Franklin, what Ben Franklin could give. So he found the local dealer, local distributor who gave him briefs. I am giving the example of briefs. He gave them briefs for cheap. So instead of selling for $1.25, he could sell those briefs for $1. And this is what made him differentiated. And not only briefs, but he also introduced this discounting strategy in his WalMart store as well in the future. And here he got an idea and he implemented that. So only 10 he used to sell 10% of product with merely no margin, or if he used to take margin, then it was very less. No margin or very less margin. So those 10 products were the eye catchers. The customer would come for those 10 products, but the rest 90 products are also relevant, and they are also used in their household. So why wouldn't they take those 90 products also? If not 90, at least 40-50 products. So here's the principle comes. The customer will come for the 10% and take the rest 90%. So let's talk about the third strategy. The third strategy is customer is king. Sam Walton always used to treat the customer as his main objective. He always wanted good for the customer. He didn't see his profit margins. He didn't see he's profitable or not, he's getting profit or not. Just he wanted that the customer is happy. He always stayed customer centric throughout his life. So this is his strategy, that customer is king. Then the fourth strategy. The fourth strategy says that build a good culture in your organization. So Sam Walton held every Saturday he held a review meetings in his organization. In WalMart, he used to call the franchise managers of all his franchises, the branch managers, all his branches throughout America, and they used to sit for a Saturday meeting, like a tea meeting, round table meeting, and they used to talk what happened, what went well, what went wrong, and what could be improved. And these were the main points he used to talk about. But the most important thing that before this Saturday meetings, he used to allow his employees to dance and used to cheer. He actually made a slogan for his company WalMart. So he used to do anything. They used to shout and become energetic for the coming week, and this continued throughout WalMart, and it is continuing still today. So here's how he built a good culture in the organization. So let's come to number 5. Distribute ESOPs. What are ESOPs? ESOPs are employee stock options. Employee stock options allow you to give a very small part of your company, very small part of ownership of your company to all your employees. This same principle is used by Amazon and Starbucks as well. So they distribute ESOPs and give a very small part of ownership to their employees. So the employees were always motivated that if I do good for the company will grow. If the company grows, my value will also grow. And this not only motivated them, but by the time they retired, all of the employees got a payout of around, if when they sold their stock options, then it was usually during the retirement time, they used to get a very good amount, say $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, and it amounted a lot. So this is how he distributed ESOPs, and with the money which they used to get, the money from the ESOPs, they used to send their children for foreign education, or they used to buy a house. Even a truck driver could buy a house after his retirement if he held the stocks till he retired. So this was number 5, distribute ESOPs among your employees. Let's come to number 6, learn from competitors. Sam Walton always used to learn from his competitors. Whenever he used to go out for vacation with his son, his 4 children and his wife, he used to go in his car, and there he used to, anywhere he used to see a retail, he used to go there and see what is happening there, how they are maintaining their standard, and what he could learn from them and applying it in his Walmart. He had traveled worldwide, right from Australia to Europe, and visited more than 10,000 stores. So it was very good. Visiting more than 10,000 stores and learning from them was the thing which made Sam Walton and Walmart much ahead of their competitors. And the last lesson for today. The last lesson for today is go and sell your products to other markets. Like, you need to go to the untapped markets. You have to go to those markets where you have never went. Like Sam Walton, the other retail brands of that time used to go or restrict them to those areas where the population was more than 5 lakhs. But Sam Walton also used to go to the areas where the competition was very less, like the places where the population was merely 1 lakh. So in those places, Walmart was the first to introduce discounting. So he had an unfair advantage among his competitors because he had a first mover advantage. He was the first to go to those untapped markets and introduce the policy of discounting. So this is all for today. This is all for this video. This is the last but not the least point, and thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.